Hello everybody and welcome back in another video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create a simple application. This application just to get an image from the gallery in your mobile and display image in the Flutter application. So this application is very simple, but I'm going to show you how to create this application, this simple application with normal way in Flutter, which is just using setState, and also with using a provider and a block button as well. So in this video I'm going to show you three ways or three patterns to create a simple application, and of course after end of this video you will have information about those three patterns and how to work with these three patterns, and maybe the pros and cons with those three patterns, and you can choose which one is better for you or which one is better in your situation. Maybe it is different. Maybe if you have a big application, a block pattern is more suitable to your application. Of course, if you have a simple application, you can using just setState or maybe provider. First thing here, you should go to the pubspec.yaml and just go to the dependencies, and here just add the image picker package to work with image here, and just package get. Then here, of course, void main, and in material app we have home. Inside home, I'm just to create a simple application or a simple widget, stateless widget. Here stateful widget because I to use setState, so here's stateful widget. So class, maybe I can name it the image test or whatever you need. You can extend from stateful widget, or you can just add it in the simpler way, just html and add the name of the image, just automatically generate the stateful widget or stateless widget as you want. So here I can say name it image test, for example, or whatever, anything. And of course here I will add it as application image test. After that, inside this, so I can create just a child, just center widget to make everything in the center, and then here I can add column because I'm gonna just get the image from the gallery. That means this type of this image is file image, and here I can add the name of this image. Here I have wood, which is just of course I can just add something here. I add the state. Here we have the state, which is the image. This state is like just a variable with type string, type file, type integer, anything. So this state, whenever the state change, so the rebuild the widget, recall the build method inside my application, which is just this build method. So whenever I click the image and get the image from gallery, I want to see the image in the screen. That means I want to rebuild the screen. I want to re-render the widget in my application. So here I need to using a state and setState as well, or maybe I can using provider instead of setState, or block button to using stream to handling with stream. So here I can add just my state, which is image. The type of this is file. Here just pay attention, we have file here. Click here, import. We have dart .html package. This have a file, and also .io. So this file is from io because it's io input output a file. So just from io, just pay attention to this. Here, sorry, I have should be a file image file or file image. Sorry, file image, yes. And of course inside it I can add the image. But here I can just check, maybe this file is null. I don't get anything from the gallery. So I can just check it here. If image not null or not equal null, then I need this image here and get it. But if it is null, so I can just, for example, add icon, for example, or anything. And the size also maybe 200 or anything you want. Just like this. Now I just complete the UI, or almost complete the UI, because I need another thing here inside the children. If I have image, and also I have a button to click on this button to get the image, for example. So I can add just a size box to add just like a space style, because the background of the button is blue, so the colors will be white to be just visible in the good way. So I complete that. Now whenever I click this button here, I want to do something. to just add the image. So I can create a function to do that here. This is very important thing here. So just I have an image picker from the this bucket. So here I can add just get image, for example. So I can add just var img, for example, equal. So just say image picker dot get image, and the source will be image source, I think, yes, dot maybe from camera or from gallery, as you want. Maybe I just created from gallery like this. This will return what? If you just check this get image, return something called picket file, which is a future. So here I need to add future, so I just add a sync and here add await to add the image, because this take a time. The type, as I said, future of picket file. So here the type of this picket file. So the name of this picket file. So now I need to convert this picket file to the file, right? Because I have the type of image which is just file. So here I can say, I can check if the image, if img, sorry, it's not null. There is no problem. I'm just trying to add, for example, here image equal file, and then I can just get picket image, which is just image dot path of this image, and just here convert this to the file. So now I need just to return this here, return image, which is type of this just a file, because I converted to the file from here. I can say here else, maybe now just the print. So actually now I complete that, but here I need to add setState, of course. Why? Because I need here image equal file. So whenever image change, whenever I get image from the gallery, I need this image will render, or the rebuild the UI, and then add the image here and show the image inside the screen. So here just I need to add a setState to do that. Here, sorry, without var, because I know I just need to change this image here, which is a file. So I can say image, the same image, because I need to using this image here. But here, with of course with setState, because to recall the UI, to rebuild the UI, and inside it I can add this image equal. So whenever image change, I need to record the UI by using just setState here. Now whenever I click the button or press here, just call this function get image. So get the image and then change the UI. This is everything about setState. You can just check it and see if the result in your mobile or in your. I don't want to waste the time now, so I just try to convert this to using provider. Provider, as I said before, provider is just like a storage, like a root or like a central storage in your application. Storage for what? Storage for state. So anything, the logic, I will just try to transfer the logic to the another file, not with the UI. Now here, the UI here, and also we have the logic here, the business logic here, which is just we have a state and I have a get, I have function. So I need to change this to convert this to the provider. In the provider, I have like a storage, a central storage to save the state or to store the state inside it. And then I can add the state. I can just using this state from the central storage to the every widgets in the tree. So here how can I do that? So just library, I will add another file to which is just a provider. Can I name it anything? For example, image provider. Inside this, I just try to add the class image provider. Here I can just without extend, just with change notifier. Change notifier make this class, which is just image provider, make it listenable. So this like observer, and the widgets will listening to this class or this observer. So whenever this observer will store the state. So whenever this state changing, listener to the listen to this class will notify or get notification that something changed. Then the widget will rebuild itself, depend on the change in this class. So here I will just try to convert everything from here. I don't need any logic here now, so I can just convert this here, cut, and add it here. Now I have this, I have a state inside it, and also the logic here inside that. But here I don't need a set state. Here I create the logic, but whenever this changing, whenever the state is changed, so I just add notify listener, because now I will make this UI listening to the provider, so it will be listening. But when this change, when this image is changing, when I add image from the gallery and changing this image, I will notify all the listener, which is just now we have this. I will make it listen to the class, to this class, to the provider. So here I don't need to using stateful widget anymore. I just can convert this to the stateless widget, because I don't have a state. I don't have any state here. So here just make it a stateful widget. Now that's just a stateless widget. And of course here I don't have an image or anything, so I can just delete that, or I just add it now. But now I complete the first thing. I create the provider. Now I will make the UI or the widgets listening to this provider. How can I do that? Go to this, and then so the first thing I will go to the popspec.yml and I will add a provider, because it's just a package. So I add a provider package, and then now I will add this provider here as a root. So change notifier provider, because I'm using change notifier here, and this inside it we have child, which is just our UI, and also we have create. I have just a context here, and the name of the provider, which is just image provider. Image provider. This is the type of provider. I just try to, maybe it is just the name is conflict with another name in the package of the image picker. So I can just change the name. For example, I can add the name to, just to not conflict to happen. So I can just add it now. I think now it should be work. So image provider, yes, work. So now I complete this, and then here whenever I need to using this provider, I just use here with context. I need to add var, for example, called anything I want, provider for example, or anything, equal provider dot of the name of the provider, which is just image provider 2, and I need the context of my class. So now if I need to do anything, same thing. Now I have image, but the image now not from here, not from, I have separate, I make like a separation between logic or business logic and the UI or the user interface. So here I need the image, but the image from here. So I can just add, very easy. I have provider to get the provider, so just I can add provider dot image. Now here same thing, provider dot image, and also here just provider dot get image, because I need to get image from the provider, or convert this to work with the block pattern. So here in block pattern I explained that before, so you can just go back to my previous videos about the block pattern. But now here I can just create package, which is just a block, for example, name the blocks or anything, or I can name it directly just a block. Inside it I have, in the block pattern we have events. Anything come from the UI which be like an event. For example, user click a button, user click on the image, user do anything, or maybe when one application is just initialize my application, just launching. So anything coming from the UI, it's called event. So the first thing, I create the events dart file, which is just I have event, for example, and also I need to add a state. I need just a block as well, image block. We have here, we have the block, I create the block, and I have UI, which is just the main here in our situation. So the events will coming from the UI, and the block will receive the events and convert it to the states or a stream of states and return it back to the UI. So great, now I create state and create event and create a block. So I'll just work with this thing. So now the first thing, image class, I can create a class for what? Call it image events or event extend from, I will create equitable. So extend just equitable. In the equitable, you need just to implement something here, just like this. We have to implement that, but I don't need anything now from it. I just want to use equitable. And then what events I need here? Here I just need when the user click the button, get the image, right? So one event just from the UI, which is just press button or press. So I just create a class image event. So now maybe we have more than one class, so everything will extend from image events because we need just one type. When we create an block, we have events and we have a state. So everything inherited or extend the image event will be the same type because this is this. Now this extend from image event, that means image button press is image event, a subtype of it is that. So inside it I need something, of course not, because I don't need to return back anything. I don't need to add anything from user. For example, if you have username and password to make a login, so you need the press button and get the username and password. But here I just need to press a button and then get the image, but now I don't need to add the image here. Now just go to the state. Now I complete the event, go to the state. Same thing in the state. I'm gonna just try to copy everything and just paste it here in the state. So same thing, but here instead of event I add state. Here state, what I need here, the first thing I need initial state, so I can add image. Why initial state? That means when the application running, the first thing happened, which is initial state. So when I create the block, a block need initial state, so you have to add initial state just to initialize your state. And then when I press the button, what state I need? I need the image will return successfully, or maybe loading, or also error. So all those are state. So if this image returns successfully, I need to show the image, display the image. If there is error, I want to add the error message. If there is something else, I can add it. But now I just need this loaded successfully. For example, and this of course extend also image state. But here I need something, because when image loaded successfully, I need this will get the image. Go to the gallery and get the image. So here I can add file image, so return image with it. So I just want to import this, and here you have to add it in the constructor to add it with the image. So this dot image to add the successfully. So when this state happen, I need the image return back from it. Also I can add another one for error, for example, class image error, if there is any problem happen. So from image state, and here I need the string message. I need just message error or error message. and same thing, image error added with constructor this message. I think it's very easy. Now I complete that. Now the important thing here, the first thing, as I said before, here I have the state. I complete the state. I complete the events and complete the state. Now I need the block. Block will just accept an event and convert it and return state. So you can see here. Go to the image block. I name it image block. Extend from a block. So here I don't have a block, so I need just to go to the pubspec.yaml and just add a block called flutter, this package flutter block. So just add this package here. So just I can now using block, you can see. Now block accept or event, the type event. So I have here image event. So I create image event here, right? So I add it, which is just this, the parent, and return what? Image state, and also I create image state. So here I just need to import image event. Here I need, as I said before, we have to implement something. The first thing, initialize, and also map, but now I also have initialize. So just implement everything here, constructor. So you can see here the constructor, I have just to initialize initial state. So for that I create initial state here. Now it is not important, but just I needed to using here. And also I have the most important thing here, you can see from its name, map event to state. So like this image, get the event and return state, map image to the state, map event to the state. You can see here the return stream of state, image state, type of it image state, which as I created before, and it is accept or just receive image event. So now very easy, I can just say here if the event, now I have event here, right? I have event. So if the event is what? Is the pressed event image pressed. So I create image event here called pressed. So if this event now happened, so you can ask me how the block will know, or how this application will know that event is now pressed, or this event is now happened. Because when I go to the UI after just some seconds, I will add this event to the block, so the block will know. For example, when the user click on the button, I will add this event. So now if the event is image button event, I need just to add here just sync here this that means future. I think that electronics programming, but here with the start, that means it's like infinite, not just like a return, to return something coming from the future and just terminate the program or just end stop the program. Here I need to return something from the future, but stream, not just a future stream. That means also future, but it's not complete, just not just return one time and stop. Return something and after some time return another thing, and so on and so forth. So here I can add, instead of return, because return stop the program, I can add just yield like this. So yield, I need to yield what? When I click this button, the first thing I need to add success, or I can add before that a try. So if there is error, I will yield what? I will yield the image error. Image error state, right? Because I create here in the state, I create image error, and I have message inside it, so I can add it just here. The message is what? Because I already have a message, and if it is here, I will yield success. So image success, I think, yes, loaded successfully from here, from image state. This, and also I have an image return back from here, right? So how can I use this image here? Also, I don't need provider anymore. So from provider here, I can get the image. Now the logic will be in the block, right? So here I can add, and also add this here, everything here I need to the block, as you can see now. So here I can add just var image because I don't need to use anything except the block. So here this will return image, right? It's called get image. So I can add it here, very simple. For img, for example, equal get image. This will return back what? Of course image. So I need to add image here, img. Just return image and add it here. Now I complete. Now I will just connect it with the UI, which is just in the main. So in the main, it's very easy, very simple way. Here same thing, but instead of that I need to add a block. So I can say here block provider, and here the block, which is just call it image block, and here we have image block, and we should initial the image block here. As I said before, we have image block. We should initialize. So here just go here and add image initial state, which I created before in the state. And same thing here. Now I need just to rebuild this image in the stateful widget, or you can add in the stateless widget, no problem. But I can convert this to the stateful widget. It's better to do that because here in the stateful widget I need something. I need add it in the initial state, the best practice here. So you can add it, and to make it close also. So you can just add the image block. Let's call it for example block or anything equal, or now just here, and in the initial state I can add a block equal block provider dot of course image block and context. Here you can see we have a problem, close instance of dart.sync. So you need to close it, close the close the block here. So just close in the dispose, override just dispose in the stateful widget. So here just add block dot close. That is, now everything is good. So now I can add when the user click on the button, I will add just a block dot add, and add the event, which is just click event, which is just called image pressed, I think, image button pressed event. So now when the user click, will add this event. And when I need to change the state, when I need to change the UI, I just can create here in the image, create the block add widget. I just block builder, can just cut this now, and in the block builder I need type, which is just image block, and also we have a state. So image, because here you need just a state. Here we work with in the UI, and open it. We have builder inside it. So inside it, I will click if state. It is like an event here, but like vice versa. Here you can see in block we said we have event, and we said if the event is something, I need to return state. Like this here, add event, and the event something, return state. But now in the UI, this is not like this. We have if the state is something, so build the UI, because I get the state here. So now I'm in the UI. If the state is what it is, if the state is error, for example, image error, so I can add anything here. For example, return text, and in the error I have message right here. Remember, I have message. So and also I add the message here, which is just like this. So I can add the message now here from state. So I can just say state dot message. If the image is error, if there's an error, else if state is successful, so image loaded successfully, and also I have image here inside it, right? If you just check it, you have image inside it, and the image inside the block, I add the image from this function, add the image. So here I just need to add the image, so I will just return something also, return same thing, image, this widget. Inside it we have an image, of course, and file image, and inside it I want to get the image from state dot image, and that is, now it complete everything. Whenever the state will change, we'll click the image, so get the image and just re-render or recall the build function, and you can see everything. I think it's very easy. It is take a time to explain this because I want to explain it in detail, but this is very easy if you want to implement it. And there's a difference here. If you have a big application, not a simple application like this, now you can see it is a complicated when I using a block pattern. But if your application is very complicated, it's very big application, so it will be not a complicated because it's just a same thing here. Here we have a block for image. If you have a login, you will create a block for login. If you have an profile, you create a block for profile. If you have an anything in your application, you can create a separate block. So you can just separation between or full separate between UI and the logic, business logic. And this is the goal or the objective of the block pattern and also provider. But the provider is just for state management, not to organize all your application like a provider, like a block pattern. So I hope understand that. I hope it is useful, and thank you very much.